Blood. There was so much blood. Her friend's body lay on the bedroom floor. His blue eyes were open, but there was no light behind them. She knew he was dead, but she had to check for a pulse. Her hand shook as she made contact. The life was gone from his body. Slowly she backed out of the bedroom, shaking, unable to bear the grisly scene any longer. Tears started to well up in her eyes, and anger quickly followed. She pulled her phone out of her purse and dialed 911, trying to keep her breath steady. "This is 911. What is the nature of your emergency?" "My friend was murdered." Mia sat at the Midtown Police Precinct, still reeling from the horrid events of the evening. What was supposed to have been a night of celebration had turned into her worst nightmare. She'd given her statement to the detectives, but it felt like she kept repeating herself over and over. Now another detective had come into the room to talk to her. "Let's talk about the maintenance man," Detective Rossi said. "You told Detective Smith a few things, but I want to start at the beginning, for myself." Mia wasn't sure why the detectives had traded off, but she was willing to stay all night if it meant catching Chase's killer. "I don't know his full name. I just know that Chase called him David. Chase had multiple run-ins with the guy. The most recent one was an actual fight." Detective Rossi opened his notebook. "Tell me about that." "There's a history there. It started shortly after David began working at the apartment complex. Chase got frustrated because the guy was always running behind or was a no-show on multiple occasions when he was supposed to fix things. Chase felt disrespected because he'd taken time off work to meet David and had been stood up. But things changed when Chase came into work last week with a black eye. He told me the two of them had seen each other out the night before. From what I understand, David had been drinking heavily at the bar. The two of them got into it, and David provoked Chase, so he took a swing at him. Unfortunately for Chase, David swung back and connected hard. The fight was the last straw. Chase was planning to go to the building manager and even higher up the chain to the corporate office." Detective Rossi's dark eyes locked onto hers. "Do you know if Chase made that threat known to David?" Mia nodded. "He told David to his face that he was going up the chain. It was also a pretty hot topic in the office because everyone wanted to know why Chase had a black eye. It's not every day that happens. He was asking if anyone at the firm had contacts with the company that owned the building." Detective Rossi jotted down a few notes. "So Chase could go to corporate and get the guy canned?" "He didn't say that exactly, but I think at the very least he wanted David to know that he had the power to do that." She took in a breath. "Did Chase ever mention being afraid of him?" She couldn't help but smile. Chase wasn't afraid of anyone or anything. But he also wasn't stupid. He probably knew better than to get into an all-out brawl with the guy, so David must have really ticked Chase off for him to take a swing. But I could never get the exact details of why Chase punched first. It hit her in that moment that maybe Chase should have been afraid. "Are you going to track down this guy?" "We're actually bringing him in now. His name is David McDonald." Hearing his full name sent a chill down her spine. "He could be the killer." "We'll get to the bottom of this. For now, you should go home and try to get some rest." She knew sleep wouldn't come easily tonight. Her first priority was to start looking into David McDonald. The next day, Mia sat in front of her laptop at home, trying to find out everything she could about David McDonald, but his social media presence was non-existent. The more she looked and came up empty, the more suspicious she became. Who was this guy? Given the circumstances, she wasn't going into the office today. She needed some time to get her head around what had happened, and everyone